How's it going, Space Sports? Vethlane here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about a game called VOIN, guys. This is a solo-developed, first-person hack-and-slash, action roguelike, Souls-inspired, gear-collecting, building sort of title, currently sitting at overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, and there's so much to love about VOIN, and I'm going to do my best to cover as much of that as possible for you in the next half hour or so. Right now I'm in the hub of VOIN, and there's a little bit of a map over here. Well, a little bit is an understatement. It's a whole freaking globe. Right now I'm on the second area, the second level that we're going to be showcasing here. Over here's our difficulty settings. I'm keeping it on the game's default normal we started out with, and over on the other side there is another platform where you can upgrade weapons and gear and so on and so forth. But for now, let's hop right through this portal into the area I've been discovering, and I'm going to break it down for you guys. This is one that I am greatly enjoying. I've actually put off playing it to make this video because it's been very tempting for me to go through and check out more of the game for myself, but I want to share it with you guys before I get too far into the game. I like giving early impressions, and I have, I guess, almost 10 hours in VOIN right now. So it's getting to that point to where I'm getting a little too comfortable with it, right? So let's get right into some of the systems here. You can see some enemies lurking over there. Hopefully they leave me alone. Enemies do like to chase you around in the game, but I want to talk to you about the gear system, which is the heart and soul of VOIN, and we'll get into some fighting very quickly. But you have several different gear slots in VOIN, and the gameplay of this game is a little less like a roguelike that I would expect, and a little bit more in the Soulsborne-ish sort of genre. You don't lose all of your gear when you die. You might on higher difficulties, I don't know, but when you die, you do lose all of these red blobs up here, this ichor, that's kind of like your souls that you use to do basically everything with leveling up and getting new abilities and so on and so forth. But you have 6 different loadouts you can do. I've got 2 currently, and every loadout should be geared for something slightly different. And right now you can equip your swords or your weapon. It's not just swords, runes, a heart, which is the way your health works, a necklace, an artifact, and a ring. All of these work together to create a very unique build with every different piece that you equip. And I believe that there are a total of 59,000 different combinations that you can make in the game, if I remember correctly. You can see right here there are 40 different weapon slots, and there are a few that I've been using more than others. You can tell by how much I've upgraded them, but no shortage of fun things to play around with. And later on in the video, I think I'll get in and we'll make a custom little build just for the video, see if we can get something exciting put together. But for right now, let's get over here and I want to talk about the combat in VOIN. And our ultimate goal tonight is going to be to make it to this castle over here and defeat a boss monster, and hopefully get through the zone. I haven't explored all of this zone yet, but I can definitely take a crack at the boss and see how it goes with the build that we have right now. So you'll notice that it's very fast-paced. These guys are dangerous. I haven't gotten hit yet, but in the bottom left, you're gonna see some health. Let me get hit. You see I have health there. And when you do take a hit, you lose a whole heart. And normally, with the default gear, or most of the default settings, you'll get that health back by attacking enemies. So it pays off to be aggressive, to get your health back that way, and I have some crazy mobility stuff equipped on my character, so I'm kind of just floating over everything right now. But let's drop down here, doing an AoE when I fall. There's a parry system. When the enemies glow yellow, you can just bounce those attacks right back at them, getting a little bit of an attack boost. Oh, I took another hit. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. And then there are also special abilities that you get with every weapon. It differs for every weapon, but my ability 3 right there clings my weapons together and creates a damaging shockwave that also gives me a sharpened buff when I attack them. So you can tell how things would quickly build up if you start stacking status effects for yourself that benefit you, and so on and so forth. You do have a mighty boot kick, which I always like having the option to just shove my armor-clad boot into somebody's face. It's always welcome in a game like this. Just keep the combat flow going. I also have this katana, and there's a dodge mechanic as well, and a perfect dodge mechanic. Oh, man. All right, so there's some poison on the ground. Let me just get out of the way of that. I'm going to be... Nope, not taking damage. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's just keep working our way over towards this castle. This game is so fast-paced, and it is engrossing. It really pulls you in. Oh, what do I got here? Oh, I floated up in the air and lightning strike the ground. That was pretty cool. I haven't used these ability 3s yet. I only unlocked them the last time I was attempting to record a video on VOIN, man. And I haven't gotten a chance to play around with them yet, but they seem to be the coolest ones out of the bunch. Oh, what is happening? Is somebody, like, yeeting... Is he yeeting rocks at me? Okay, maybe he shouldn't be able to do that. I don't know. All right, let's get our swords spinning out here in front of us, doing some massive damage. Good, and it does appear that he was the one plaguing us. We got a little anchor teleport grapple thing here. And I'm just going to move right along. I want to get up to the castle because it is a little bit of a trek to get up there. And that's where the real fights are going to be. We got some poison-spitting enemies. One thing about VOIN so far that I will say, I will make a nod to the developer. They've done a really good job on the enemy design. However, there's not a ton of enemy variety yet. I got quite a few enemies in the first biome. They've added a few more in this biome, but I'm really hurting for some more enemies. I would like each biome to have their own, but that's a personal want. That's a personal want. It's not completely necessary because there's plenty of pressure, especially considering... Oh, no, don't die. Don't die. Considering I'm only playing this on quote-unquote normal right now, which is level 1 and 2, a mixture of them, there's plenty of scaling up to do. And as you scale up, you find more enemies that have Diablo-style modifiers to their stats and the effects that they can inflict on you. Okay, what do we got here? And there is a switch. Oh, I put my weapon away. There is a switch weapon button now, which wasn't here the last time I played VOIN either. And that was one of the things I was going to mention in my video, was that I would like a button to quick switch my weapon loadout. So look at that. They're fixing the game before I even finish my video. That's what we love to see. Developers that care. All right, so the whole point of VOIN is you play as the right hand of a vengeful god of some sort, I believe, and basically you're sent out on assassination missions for various demonic or otherwise undesirable entities in the world. And so far, I've taken out a corrupted angel, and that's the only one I've taken out so far. So I'm very interested to see what lurks in the castle there. And this guy dropped a couple of gear items, and this is how you do acquire most of your gear. It's just going to be random drops from enemies. And for any gear that you already have, and I have most of them at this point, you level up your gear outside of combat by picking up copies of said gear. And inside combat, of course, the things that you use are also going to collect experience. So you're always leveling something up. You're always going to be able to make a contingency plan, a contingency build if you get stumped and you need to take another direction. You're always going to have something reasonably leveled up in order to be able to do that. There's also these soul fruits out in the world that you'll find. This is the soul fruit of the stolen moment, and I'm not exactly sure what this one does. Look at this. Increases the duration of your invulnerability window after taking damage by 1 second. We got a little bit of Dark Souls style lore underneath each one of these, but these soul fruits are what you would consider your permanent perks that you get to equip in the hub, and they drastically affect the way that your character plays. For instance, This one right here is one I love because you have a super dash when your weapons are put away. Typically, you slow down a little bit every time you do a super dash. However, just equipping one of these lets you retain all that momentum and it lets you cover a lot more ground. This one allows you to recover all your energy with a successful parry, which typically your energy is used to do heavy attacks on enemies. So if you're in the habit of doing sort of a guard counter and riposte style combat, like you would with certain Ashes of War in, say, Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring, that might be the soul fruit for you. And on top of all of that, you're also going to find chests out in the world that's going to drop a buttload of money and some level ups or new items on the ground. So it's always worth going around and exploring in VOIN. There's secrets hiding around every single corner, so it's always good to take a look at where you're going. I don't think I've ever actually been on this particular part of the map, and this is where VOIN gets a little dangerous because there's always something interesting around the corner that's going to draw your attention and inevitably lead you into another conflict that you could die at any moment, which is what normally happens to me. I'm normally poking my nose where it doesn't belong instead of going to my goal, and I end up in a fight that I mess up in and I lose. So that's just how I play games, you know? You mess up, you learn from your mistakes, and you let it rip a second time. Hopefully you do better the second time. This number 3 ability on these dual swords is so good because it just radiates out in an area of effect around me. It doesn't matter who's around me or what's going on. It just lets it go. Wham, baby, Hulk clap. It's good stuff. All right, well, let's get back on the road to the castle. I've spent too long poking around here. There's another, oh, well, there's another chest over here. I gotta go pick the chest up. Well, I can't complete the map without picking up all the chests. It won't sit right in my soul. All right, so let's hop on top of these buildings. I'm gonna completely skip this gatehouse. Let's just, no, get me up there. Okay, we're good. We're good, we made it. I was running out of dash charges. My dash energy was going away. And you can just tell how much I can clear geometry out here just skipping that entire group of enemies. I didn't even have to fight them. That's how good my mobility is set up, and I like stuff like that because VOIN does a good job of checkpoint placement. However, that means that you're probably going to lose a little bit. Oh, I took a hit there. A little bit of progress when you die. So I like being able to clear the space in between those checkpoints as quickly as I can if I mess up. And getting a good mobility setup. Oh, surprise. Got some acid spitting critters over here. Being able to clear that space quickly is a good idea for guys like me. Sometimes you will find mini dungeons around in the maps. I have not found one for this second biome, but I do know the first one has a few. And I'm interested to see if I can find any, but it does look like there's a lot of dudes down there. So I'm not sure. Oh, well, here I am in it anyways. I've done it to myself. Time to get into another fight. Fights are always lurking, no matter where you are. These guys are summoning shadowy versions of themselves. So now they're multiplying the enemies I have to fight. Oh my goodness, Clank! Get them out of here. Now that's a good way to clear out some enemies. Uh-oh. Just dive straight through the poison glob. It is what it is. Oh, we're taking a little bit of damage here. Let's switch our weapon to this one that's going to give us the temporary health from time to time. Good, good, good. Looks like we're getting a little bit of our health back. Oh, here's another shadow guy. There we go. Get out of here. All right, now we have our 2 temporary health hearts back, which is great news. A little bit more defense for us to protect about the things that may be. Oh, here's this guy again. Oh, we have this awesome ability, just going in straight for the kill, dude. Oh, it's brutal. As you can tell, very grimdark. I love the art direction on this. I love the pixelated textures, but everything looks really nice. There is a filter that you can put on, and I actually think the game starts with the filter on, That's a little bit more of a retro filter, so it makes it maybe not fuzzy, but a little bit more pixelated. I prefer things looking a little cleaner, a little bit more modern. I find that a lot of people that do the retro filter deal with newer video games, not to say they don't do a good job, but it doesn't really feel the same to me as an old head. So there's a few that make it work. VOIN does a decent job. But generally, I just like things to look a little cleaner, so that's what we're rocking with here. We've got somebody's tibia bone, lovely. That's what I'm always looking to find when I'm fighting my foes, is a random tibia bone. Somebody running over here trying to prank me? Oh, he's setting up some heals. Get that banner out of here. Nobody needs that. It's pure trouble. Pure trouble. All right, onward to the castle yet again. This guy's just got a bunch of rocks around him. I don't like the look of that. Anytime you see something weird in VOIN, probably best to take care of that particular threat first, because it means something terrible is going to sneak up behind you one way or the other. That guy was chucking rocks at us. Next time it might be summoning a dragon from the sky or something. I don't know. I don't know. Once again, I'm playing on normal, so the higher the difficulty level, the more of these freaky guys we're going to run into that have special abilities. I don't like it. Unsafe. Unsafe. I think what VOIN wants you to do is, as your character himself levels up, I think the purpose is to increase the difficulty alongside the leveling. So, like, level 8, I could probably bump the difficulty up another level across the board. Maybe at level 10, I do it again. As you level up your actual character, you're going to get remaining potential, which can be used to activate other things on your character, different stats and things like that. So it's always good to return to the hub once in a while and see what's happening, see what you can invest in, because if you do die, you lose all your money, you can't upgrade anything. So you can go back and get your money back, much like, ow, oh, what just happened? Who hit me? Who hit me? Oh, it's him. He's lobbing rocks. Look at this guy. Look at him. Unbelievable. Get stabbed. Get parried. Anything that glows yellow can be parried. I think you can parry things that glow red as well. They're just a little bit tighter on the timing. So I try to dodge things that are red. Oh, like that's not good. That's bad news. Anything that glows red, I just generally try to stay out of the way of. This is a very strong enemy, and he also has a healing. It appears to be a healing aura, which is, yeah, a terrible situation, but we got through it. We got through it all right. Ooh, there looks to be a good item over here. This one's glowing blue. What is this? A ruby heart? Flesh magnet +3. Ooh, look at that. That was a big boost to our upgrade level. Excellent. Excellent. You love to see it. All right, onward to the castle yet again. I've been saying that over and over, and there's just continuing to be groups of enemies opposing me. Am I even going the right way? I'm doubting myself now. There's too much happening. I've lost my way. I've started yapping. And as I always say, yapping is the first step to your downfall. So you got to be careful. Don't yap too much. All right, we are going the right way. I had it straight. I had it straight. I'll meet back up with you guys when we get a little bit closer to the castle. For now, I'll leave you with this gorgeous waterfall. All right, so we are at the door of the castle, and inside here we have this very interesting cave. What happens if I go up here? Citadel's Depths. So that is a new area, a new biome. Not a new zone. This is one of those sub-dungeons I mentioned. Let me check back here. Anything crazy happening back here? I don't know what's up there, but I think we're going to go ahead and dive into the Citadel Depths to see if we can find the boss. Generally, the boss is going to be behind whatever sub-dungeon you get into. So, on to the depths. Okay, we've got a very dark and spooky place here. We're going to check our corners, make sure we don't get jumped. When things get claustrophobic in VOIN, you got to be on your guard, because you never know what might happen. What will they roll up next? Hello? Hello? Door? Got a door. Oh, and here's a fast travel node. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I have been through here before. Sometimes things change a little bit when you tread common ground again after dying. So I'm going to stay on my heels. We're going to play through this whole area again just to make sure you guys get the full experience of what a VOIN dungeon feels like. And a lot of the footage I've seen of people covering VOIN so far has been in the first area. That's why I elected to do the second area here, just to give you guys a little bit of a fresh take on it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I didn't even get up there. Yeah, they'll come to me. There you go. Get stuck on that geometry. He was doing what I had to deal with in my Vampire Hunters video. Got stuck on the wall. All right, can I climb this? Dubious, but I can super dash up here. I don't even know where the other guy went. I think the other guy just glitched through the wall, but whatever. No skin off my back. Let's keep trucking. Another door. Oh, here we go. Get that parry down. Get out of here, boy. The katana is such a fun weapon, too. It's very much a weapon that you want to counterattack with just because the effects are so good. But maybe the way that you build your katana is going to be completely different from the way that I build mine. This thing can receive so many different effects. Like down here, you can see the basic ability of it is a lightning ability. But if you go into the katana, you can unlock different augments from different weapons and add those weapons' abilities onto the katana as well. And then there's even more stuff here. This one got unlocked at level 3, the weapon upgrade level 3, and there's one for level 6, 10, 14. Like, there's so many different things that you can stack on every single weapon. I haven't even scratched the surface, guys. I haven't scratched the surface. This isn't early access, by the way. This isn't even a full release yet, and there's already so much stuff to do. It just, like, stresses me out thinking about it all. Like, I will probably never unlock everything in this game just by virtue of how much there is, not for lack of trying. Okay. Oh, I missed that item. Get back here. The Ashmaker? What a badass name. The weapons are all really cool in VOIN as well. And I think before we go fight the boss, I'll make a third loadout for you guys just to kind of show you how that works and how you can put your synergies together to create something fun. Now, will it be successful? Will it be useful? I don't know. That's an entirely different question. And often when I'm just winging it, the answer is, probably not, but it's fun. It's going to be fun one way or the other. You don't always have to win to have fun, and that's the important thing to remember. Something doesn't have to be good in order to be fun either. And that's something that I think about video games in general. There are a lot of objectively terrible video games that I love to play and might even do videos on in the future just because I like them so much and I find them entertaining. Because you can pay money for something, it's not going to be good all the time, but it can still be very entertaining, especially if you have a friend. Always good to have a friend along when you're playing games. Find a couch to plop on, invite somebody over, or invite somebody over to your virtual couch. Hang out and talk about the game and how bad it is together, and it multiplies your entertainment value. Okay, you can also just straight up block. If you don't time the parry correctly, you can still block early, and you can get some value that way as well. It's not quite as good. It takes up some of your energy, but hey, if it's that or getting hurt, I'm gonna pick block every single time, man. That's how it is. You can also animation cancel your attacks by parrying, which is extremely nice and something that games often don't let you do, which can be a little frustrating in games like this where you're so vastly outnumbered by the enemies. My Ring of Arcane Retribution just leveled up, which is excellent. All right, well, let's hop over to the center area. This looks like the path goes all the way around and down, and you know what? I'm not hearkening to those rules. I'm harking to my own rules. We can jump around here and do whatever. I can actually launch myself an inordinately far distance upward as well, which is handy to climb on top of stuff. And looky here, we've got some sneaky sons of guns up here that we can pick a fight with. All right, let's get around here. Now, I've never actually had my dash completely run out in the middle of a fight. I don't know if it's a thing that can actually happen or if they reserve one solitary dash charge for you in combat. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? This might get a little bit too hairy for me. I might need to get out of here. That's a lot of guys. Here, let's switch our weapon. Let's switch our weapon and try to go back in there. We still have our temporary hearts. Let's see. Let's see if the clang can make any dent. Oh yeah, made a dent. Made a dent. Oh, I'm getting hurt though. I'm getting hurt. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Scary. When you're surrounded, man, you just gotta keep spamming that dodge and praying that it works. Or you can try actually being good, but that's not the way that I play games. Okay, so let's take a look. Typically, you're going to look for the color red when you want to proceed, and I can see that there is some red down there, so we're going to try to make our way down here and see what's waiting for us in the mushroomy depths over here. This cave really opened up. It's really, really cool looking locale. All the biomes and areas in VOIN are pretty awesome. I haven't had any complaints at all with the level design, with the world design. The world building is pretty neat. I haven't really read into the lore too much, but it seems like there is a lot of interconnected lore as well in VOIN, and so I'm looking forward to seeing that more fleshed out as the game goes along in development. The developer does have a roadmap that they are working on the game by, loosely. And you can check that out. I'm going to link the game down in the description as normal if you want to check it out. Okay, so do we have bad guys down here? No. Looks like we have a moment of peace. So I believe this is the spot where we go to fight the boss. So before we hop down in here, I'm going to go take a look at making a third loadout. So we're going to start with our weapon. You could start with the heart, but I think finding a fun weapon is going to be the core of any build that I make. So I have a few that are leveled up, and I don't need to go back and spec them out in the hub, which would take a while. One of them is the Black Razor, and I actually really like this weapon. Its ability is sudden death. Each hit has a chance from 1.5% to 7% based on the target's remaining health to instantly kill him. If the target is particularly strong, as in a boss, this effect instead does physical damage equal to 7% of the target's health. Now, I also put what I believe is the Storm Tadachi, yeah, the katana's ability onto the Black Razor, which adds lightning damage to our hits, and while under a rune infusion power, my strikes summon chain lightning, dealing 35% of my physical damage as lightning damage. So you can see where that starts boosting things up. Or I could use my starting weapon, Lightning Sword, that I have Rage on. Why don't we use the Rage? Let's use the Rage weapon. I think that sounds like a good base. Good basis to our build. Okay, so our Rage, that just does physical damage, attack speed, and crit power up. So attack speed and crit power are going to be the main stats that I want to boost alongside anything I can get for my damage. So let's take a look at what tools I have for my health. What's going to work with attack speed and crit damage. A circle of protection with lightning strike. I don't actually know what lightning strike is. That might be my jump attack, as a matter of fact. So when you're falling from somewhere way up high, you do that splash damage of lightning on the ground. And you can see right here, we have a heart icon. That's how many health points that you're going to have, how many hits you can take. Different hearts have different amount of health. Let's see. The quartz heart seems pretty good. That's what I'm using on my katana build. It adds a temporary heart when you take damage on a 13-second cooldown, and on a 12-second cooldown, I restore a temporary heart, up to 1 temporary hearts. So I can get a total of 2 that way. We could also use the obsidian heart, which increases physical and fire damage. So we could be doing electrical, physical, and fire damage. Attacks no longer restore heart charge on that. Okay, let's go with the obsidian heart here. Oops. Equip that. Let's find some runes, which will work with our abilities. That one is my thunder attacks. All of these are level 1. So let's look at something that we're going to do that's going to help us with our rage here. We could do some... Oh, that removes stacks of things. Reducing cooldowns of power is good. Yeah, let's do random power reduction by 11%. Good. Now we're looking at our pendants. I'm only lacking one pendant. I need to go find that. Inflicting cold damage, that's not us. Increases psychic damage. Now I haven't... The weakened status effect increases all damage. Okay, so I haven't ever figured out what exactly the psychic damage is. Or how to inflict psychic damage itself. But it is what it is. Okay, let's try the dragon head, because we are adding fire damage, 6% fire damage to our weapon through the other gear pieces. So let's inflict fire damage with a 6% chance. Conjures a meteor that falls on a random target nearby, dealing 60 fire damage and 20 physical damage. There we go. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, physical and fire damage by 6% for each active heart. That's good. That's good. Ooh, critical power is increased by 60% for each stack of weakened that I carry. I don't have a way to inflict weakened on myself, so I don't like that. Let's see. Not great, not great. Ooh, cooldown. Cooldown. I could also use Weird Claw, which would boost my temporary hearts even more. Let's go ahead and do that. And then let's see if we can get something offensive for my ring. Ooh, look at that. That's the one I was using. Taking damage to a temporary heart causes an explosion that deals physical damage to monsters nearby, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see if we can try something different. Oh, look at that. The bloody ring. My hits restore 28% more heart charge, but each hit applies to me 0.1 stacks of weakened. So if we go back here and look at our weakened, what was that? What did we use? The psychic damage. Yeah. Okay, so that applies weakened to the target. Did we have something else that worked off of me being weakened? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I might have just been joking myself. Not a big deal. Oh yeah. Oh man, the key. Increases resistance to psychic damage, and it's going to boost our crit power by 60% for each stack of weakened that I carry. So if I do that, and then I have the bloody ring, then I would need to do 10 hits to the enemy, and then that would apply a stack of weakened to me that would then boost my critical damage by 60%. That actually sounds interesting. This may not be a great build. But we're going to try it out. And we can equip 2 main loadouts at a time. So that's pretty cool. So I switch this now, and I'm going to get my sword back. Very nice, very nice. All right, well, let's hop down here and test our might. Oh, there's my health from where I died last time. GG's. No pretending I didn't get here. All right, and there he is, Flesh Smith Rogarog. What a name, dude. Old Rogarog. Just trying my best to parry the snot out of this guy. Okay, good. We're raging. We are raging. And if we can get some crit going on, that'll be even better. We are weakened. Look at that. Our damage increasing quite a bit now. Stab him. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It feels good. It feels good. This game is very power fantasy. It lets you become any kind of badass that you want, and it revels in doing that. It revels in allowing that for you, and it feels really good. I'm definitely somebody that likes to stay aggressive in this particular type of game where the parry system is so forgiving, because I would consider myself maybe an intermediate level. Intermediate level skill for this type of game. This guy is doing a lot of spinning. It's a little spooky, as a matter of fact. All right, back to what we were doing. We're just doing fat crits all day. Every hit should be a crit for us, if we're being honest with ourselves. Get back in there, boy. Oh, man, that re-engagement from the number 3 ability, whatever that giant attack dash is so good. Gets us back in the game so that we can dodge the things that he's sending our way, carry the things that he's going to hit us with. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Summoning AoEs? Woo, baby. That's a little spooky. Oh, and he summoned somebody else as well. Not good. Oh, we got the same ability as the katana here. That's good. Oh my god. It's getting crazy out here, guys. Oh. Maybe he won't summon anymore. Maybe he'll just leave it at this, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. That's now. Oh my god, I'm taking so many hits. Oh, it's spooky. Get back. Get back. Oh. I'm having to lock in, guys. I'm having to lock in. It's so... Oh, there's so much going on. Just spamming that dodge. Spamming that dodge. Get back in there. Stab him. I wonder if I can... No. No parrying that. Okay. Get him. Okay, he's gonna jump up and do that. Good. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. We're working on it. We got a revitalize buff, which is nice. Oh, he summoned another dude. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Get me out of here. There's a lot happening yet again. Oh, the Flesh Smith, man. Oh, he summoned 2. Okay, we got to get rid of these guys. We got to go. We're like maxing out our weakened debuff, which means we should be getting some fat crits. One would hope we're getting fat crits, man. We need the fat crits. He completely missed us. The boss isn't even reliable, man. He can't even reliably hit us. Get this guy out of here. He's got to go. Oh my gosh, we're taking too much damage. Taking hits from those AoEs. We got to get our health back. Okay, he's down. He's down. Keep the pressure on the Flesh Smith, bro. Okay, re-engage. Hit him. We're almost there. We're almost there. Don't let him win. I think we might have him. And another parry. And another parry. And he is down. Oh my god, YouTube. We nailed him. That's what the power of the spaceport brings to the table, baby. Absolute power. We got Final Breath. That's a new-ish weapon for me. Necromantic Goblet. Flesh Smith's Grand Hammer. We got his weapon. Let's go. And a crystalline ring. Oh, man. That's actually really hype. We got a new weapon off of him. Okay, let's check that out instead of the sword we have. Let's see what that can do for us. Explosive power. It's a very slow attack speed. Spending energy summons a fiery explosion underneath the monster that was hit, dealing 45% of my physical damage as fire damage. Let's go ahead and drop that right on here. Let's test out these abilities. Did we just clang it again? Toll of Rune. Releases a thunderclap of sound, a wave that cracks not just bones, but minds. It does psychic damage. Okay, Magma Breaker. Very cool. And the Twin Hammer Burial. One thing you cannot say about VOIN is it does not provide spectacle. This is kind of goofy. The animation's a little goofy. I'm sure it looks so much better when I'm whacking an enemy with that. And what is this? The Scroll of the Grimir Expanse. Very nice. New world area discovered. I'm not even done exploring this world area, but it's giving us a teleport back to the hub world. Very, very cool stuff. I love VOIN, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the short little look that I gave you of it. There's our new world area, shifting the portal over towards that. I will leave that for you guys to check out on your own if you enjoyed VOIN. So let me know what you thought about the game in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Consider subscribing to the Spaceport here for more awesome action-packed content like this. But I appreciate you guys being here. Take care of yourselves. Do something kind for yourself, kind for somebody else. Once again, let me know what you think about VOIN in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys very soon. But until then, see ya!